Good afternoon. Oh my god, haunted. Fuck. God damn it, 2 days in a row. Oh, I should have started the stream earlier. Oh, can't really help that. Yeah, so I'm not playing DMC3 today. As is kind of plain. Audio balance off? I feel like I hear the game music more in my right ear than my left. My left. Hey, Wiley, how's it going? Did I change something and I didn't realize it? Oh. It's not a huge deal. Just weird. I had my ears checked recently and they seemed fine. Oh. Could be the headphones, I don't know. Like, maybe one of the connections is a bit tad loose. Whatever. It won't bother me. Pretty well, thanks. Just having a relaxing Sunday at home after a busy few days and nights. That's good to hear. I'm doing alright. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just kind of, like, still trying to, like, organize streams and, like, making sense of, like, a schedule. So, I guess for everyone, to explain what's been going on today, because, I ended up canceling, DMC today. I think I realized, like, doing a bunch of action games where I tend to get a bit tilted, like, multiple days in a row is actually, like, A, not quite appealing to me, but more importantly, B, wears me out a lot. And I think especially when, like, work stress has been kind of high, or, like, hell, even playing Elden Ring on Friday night and getting tilted, and then basically spending, 3 days, like, kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, like, not like getting stressed, but like not relaxing with video games. It's probably doing like a bit more to my mood and rest over the weekend than I realized. Because like I sat down to play more this morning and I was like, God, I really don't want to actually like potentially run into some more bullshit that I have to deal with in DMC. As much as it is fun to overcome, like, I think I need to space myself out for, like, I hope you, well, never forget the amazing person you are. Tag another person in there that I'm not, familiar with, Rane, but thank you, I appreciate that. That's a hell of a first-time message. Who said you've got tagged in that? Sorry, that, like, completely blindsided me. And, well, the thing is, Wiley, it's not that I'm not having fun, but it's the kind of fun where, like, it happens with FromSoft games a lot. And because I've played plenty of them now, I'm in a spot where, like, unless I specifically am fucking up a lot, I can still have a decently chill time with Elden Ring, for example. But getting to the point that I felt like I was competent enough, and then genuinely recognizing that something was difficult as opposed to I just can't play the video game well, is a very different headspace to be in. And the former, where I'm trying, or sorry, the latter, where I'm trying to put all of these fundamentals together, my muscle memory is working against me and all that stuff, it's still ultimately rewarding, but getting there is more of an ordeal, and that does take a toll on me. Like, when I started playing all the FromSoft games and stuff like that, I would genuinely set the game down for like a week, because like I got to a point that I just was fucking fed up with, and I had to set that down. Whereas like when I like schedule a stream for something, I probably want to do it at the time I do it, but that doesn't always lend itself to giving myself that space. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. So I'm going to be, when I'm streaming DMC or an action game like that on the weekend, what I'm going to do is Saturday, I am going to play it. Sunday, we'll see how we go. I might just play 14. I might play that. I might not stream. Depends on how well things are going. But yeah, I think giving myself that out is going to allow me to have a bit more of that space that I otherwise would have off stream. I think that's kind of the thing. I don't want, like, as much as I like the stream in terms of, like, pushing me to actually play through games I otherwise, like, probably would ignore in favor of 14 or Path of Exile and stuff like that, I also want to make sure that I'm actually not making it unfun for myself, or that, like, I'm, not giving myself the time to process a lot of it, too. So, yeah. First time here, I'm just browsing streams and spreading kindness. My phone has been bugged. I stopped on that stream earlier. Fair enough. Yeah, you probably copy-pasted it or something. That's fair. But nonetheless, I appreciate the sentiment. Rane? Rain? I'm happy that you're at least aware of how you are with those games. Take care of yourself, mate. Well, the funny thing was that, like, the amount that, like, my streams have been interrupted over the weekend, the last, like, month or so, I didn't realize that. And then I sat down today and, like, I recognized the feeling, because I was like, I'm stuck in Dark Souls 2 trying to get past the boss again. Or I'm stuck in Dark Souls 1 trying to get through this section that's bullshit. Like, that's the exact feeling I had when I sat down. I was like, oh no, I can't play this today. This is not gonna be fun for me, and I'm gonna end up hating the game more than I honestly should. So, yeah. It took me a long time to fucking realize things like that, but I'm glad I do now at least. Anyway, something absolutely not stress-inducing or anything like that. Healing and tanking. That's stressful in a completely orthogonal way. I just used the word orthogonal on stream. What the fuck is wrong with me? Let's play a video game. Good lord. I'm pretty sure orthogonal actually works in that context, but Jesus Christ, no one is gonna know what... Like, that is a phrase exclusively for me and Wiley, and no one else in chat right now. Rain. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Lala Jinjal is eager to share tidings from the Sharlayan motherland. Wonderful timing, Vivern. Remember that mysterious plant I sent to Sharlayan for analysis? I received the results not long ago. It was muskmalloy? Muskmalloy. Why does that... That sounds like a SoundCloud rapper. I hate that. Malloy? I'm gonna call it Malloy just to get that thought out of my head. A herb that possesses potent ether-fortifying properties. Owing to its effect, its cultivation was outlawed some years ago. Hope you're enjoying the MSQ. Have a good one. Oh, I'm done with the MSQ. I'm on an alt doing a job right now, but nonetheless, I appreciate that. And I hope you have a good one too, Rain. I appreciate spreading the kindness. Kinda needed it today, to be honest. 'Tis most certainly why why the fugitives came to Eorzea. Unable to obtain the herb in Sharlayan, they decided to procure it from the Arboretum. They likely intend to use it in conjunction with the Soul Crystal to further enhance themselves. Though their motives are still a mystery, the fact remains that they have already caused harm and will continue to do so until they are brought to justice. Now, as they failed to obtain Muskmalloy, fuck it, here, they will need to look elsewhere. Actually, no. Could it also be, Muskmalloy? How is that? No, this is probably, like, Latin-rooted, isn't it? Malloy. And I'm pleased to say that my informer has helped me to identify an apothecary who deals in the herb, and whom I suspect our quarry will seek out. This individual is a resident of Lost Hope in central Thanalan, and that is where we shall next take ourselves. Mark my words, they won't escape this time. I'll suffer them to misuse the sage's noble art no longer, much less with that soul crystal. If we are to catch the fugitives, we had best hurry. That said, we should take a moment to regroup and prepare at Blackbrush Station before heading on to Lost Hope. Something special about that soul crystal? Oh god, I wonder if it's hers or something. Like, obviously she seems more like Paladin, but... Oh, fuck me, I didn't do a thing. Shit. And... You can tell this is impromptu because I forgot to do all the things I should have been doing. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Haunted. We streamed at so similar times last time too. God damn it. Oh well. We already spoke about this on his stream. It's just, it's inevitable. Good god, such a dry and dusty place this is. What I wouldn't give for a bath right now. Oh, how long have you been here? I mean, tis well you were here. I've already replenished my supplies, so if you are ready, we may begin looking for the apothecary at once. A Huron woman whose facial tattoos should mark her out. Fugitives are like to be searching for her too. We must find her before they... That woman yonder fits the description. Something appears to be amiss. Let us investigate. Uh-huh. Oh dear. Help me, please. What ails you, madam? I was dealing with a customer when a group of bandits attacked us. I managed to flee, but he's still at their mercy. Worry not, we'll help you. Pray, lead the way. Oh, thank you. Could only be them. It's indeed them, but wait. Is that Master Feldrene? Oh, was he actually looking for the herb, I wonder? Yeah, probably. Oi. It's over, villains. Lay down your arms or else. Or else what? Answer me one thing. What is this all for? Why go to such lengths and forsake everything you had to obtain power? And why wield such power against good, well-meaning souls? Good. Well-meaning. You know nothing about us. Nothing. You're just fools who believe everything you've been fed. Beginning to regret sparing you. Do you feel it, the weight of the sacred duty, to strive for the betterment of mankind and stand as a beacon of hope? To play with people's lives. Do you feel it, the weight of the sin? Okay, I was not expecting this to go a Dark Knight route. Also, hi Diz, how's it going? You would speak of sin. To do naught when a life might be saved. That is the greatest sin. Every day unfortunate souls die without a reason. At fate's whim. 'Tis the sage's duty to fight this injustice by whatever means he may. If you understand this, then it is not too late for you. You may yet make something of your lives. Shut your mouth! If you're determined to protect that wretch, then I will consider you complicit. Wait, I know you. I was wondering whether those were in the background for a reason. Rather too close to the settlement for comfort. I fear the civilians. Wouldn't stand a chance against such a fiend, as they would well know. Pardon? You bastard! No, don't let him provoke you. What the fuck is... Stay with me. Listen to my voice. You must lure the beast elsewhere and tend to it. Vevern, would you mind assisting me? What is... Hey Val, how's it going? Okay, hold up. I'm legitimately confused. So... Yeah, the tattooed woman, like, recognizes those two. Rather too close to the settlement for comfort, I fear for the civilians. They wouldn't stand a chance against such a fiend, as they would well know. And then... Ansel, the guy, with the mask with, Loifa, starts, like, raging? But that sounded like Foldrene was, like, taunting them with a beast that Loifa empowered. So Loifa empowered a thing that Foldrene then pointed out it would kill civilians. And his friends started acting up? Okay, there's something here I'm not quite grasping. Why would he... Like, I'm presuming that Foldrene is, like, knows more about the situation that he's letting on. But I'm curious then, like, what, Wait, what? Oh, I'm already... Fuck, I hit the wrong button. Huh. I like the Sage Quest somewhat. I mean, it's interesting so far. I'm just a little confused about what's literally going on, but... It's not really an issue. obviously, like, this is, like, the second quest in it, so, like, I'm not gonna, like, literally get everything off the bat. Whew. Oh, thank you, my friend. Well fought. I dare say you're a born sage. Fascinating. But come, we should return to the others. The villains may not remain stricken for long. Yeah, Fultrine, what the fuck? It feels like you threatened them with a thing they were doing. Yeah, the main thing with, like, Reaper and Sage is that they had to cram the story in just 10 levels. Yeah, which, like, and, I really like the Reaper quest lines. Let's, like, if that is any indication of how good the Sage one's gonna be, like, I'm gonna enjoy it. And yeah, I mean, it's less that, like, they're cramming a lot into this quest, it's, like, the approach they're taking to the information they give the player. Because it's not straightforward. There's something, or, like, I remember Lala told us about, like, an affliction these three have after being exposed to, like, something sage power used incorrectly, was the impression I got. But the exact mechanics of it and what that actually means is still unclear, so. They have some story beats I wish they could be developed more. Yeah, it's a shame they're probably not going to be doing too many more, like, job quests as such. But it's funny, because, like, I feel like you could probably... Because they're going the 70, 73, 76, and I think 80? Maybe 79, 80 route with the quest, parlance or pace. I feel like they could have just gone back to every 2 levels and given themselves a bit more breathing room, but... Oh dear, it seems they're still under the weather. Will they be alright? So what now? Their condition is unchanged. We should probably take advantage of this and apprehend them. But this symptom... Hold on, I'm getting us out of here. We're fine, Lifer. No, you're not, and you know it. It's the enhancement, isn't it? I know something of the procedure, of its potency, and the harm it causes. There's a limit to the amount of corporeal ether a living being can harbor. As we grow up, it waxes. As we grow old, it wanes. Gradual, gentle process, if followed to function in the natural fashion. I'm really glad I chose Vevern for this job quest. Complications may arise once one forcibly forfeits or fortifies that ether, as a rogue healer was rumored to have been doing with live subjects some years ago. The man used an unproven procedure on countless souls, a forbidden procedure, known only to a few select sages. And though he succeeded in a few instances, those subjects suffered from debilitating side effects. But those rumors were denounced by the forum as baseless. And yet... You'll believe anything they tell you, won't you? Naive fools. What? Can you stand? Wait, please. It's really you, isn't it? Mahaud? Ansel? Yes. Yes, it is. My children. Oh, how you've grown. Thank the 12 you're alive. What the fuck? What are they? Ethereal, like Ether Spartan 3s? Like, what the fuck? How do you feel about the Sage's kit itself? I do like it a lot. Um, it feels a bit more reactive than Scholar, but I don't know if that's because, like, well, I mean, you get your shields off quicker because you crazier and then do your thing. Like there's a shorter time between starting to apply the shield and the shield actually applying, whereas for Scholar it's like a full cast time. So it feels a lot more reactive. And you do need to like really like have you do really need to like have an idea of what shields, cooldowns, and healing you pair with each other in certain situations. So, for example, Eucrasian Prognosis and Caracol is like your go-to for AoE, or like big AoE damage incoming, which you can fall back to Holos if you don't have Caracol up. You can go to Ixicol instead. Like, you're never using, like, only one thing to prepare for incoming damage, whereas for Scholar, you can kind of get away with that, and that's kind of the point, is, like, you prepare and then you follow up, whereas, like, Sage feels like all preparation and very little ability to, like, heal after the damage is applied. Like it's more preventative than Scholar. I feel like Scholar has like a lot more ways to heal directly than Sage, but Sage is like far better at like staying capped, if that makes sense. And it's like hard to put together because like I mean like all the big CDs give you like huge shields and like you know you apply a bunch of, like, Pepsis, honestly, is, like, the only thing I can really think of that's, like, a huge amount of healing post a bunch of damage outside of Ixicol, but you're obviously limited by Adder's Goal, and it's very satisfying to see a big tank buster coming and it barely tickles the tank because you're prepared for it. Yeah, and that's where, like, your Cardia healing is, like, enough. But, like, I've found myself in a lot of situations where, like, I don't want to blow something like Ixicol or Pep or Physis on healing the party because they're not quite damaged enough for it to matter, but, like, they're not topped, and if you're not on top of your game, you can put them more into peril, and then you can't make up that difference well later on. It's a weird balancing act. Pepsis is basically never used. Well, I imagine it's never used if you've got a second healer, because why the fuck would you, like, why would you break your shields? But in a dungeon situation, that is another thing you can do. Like, you can do a Eucrasian Prognosis, immediately follow it up with a Pepsis as a double, like a cascaded heal. But, like, obviously, like, in a situation where you have a second healer, the Sage is just going to focus on the fucking shields. Like, why would they try and do any raw healing outside of, like huge, having to close in huge gaps like in P3S? Physis followed by Caracol is a fantastic combo, by the way. Really? Oh, I guess it increases HP recovered by healing actions. Yeah, I forgot that does that, actually. Fuck. See, this is the thing, like, all of the buttons do, like, a combination of things for Sage, and I always forget which is which. Because for Scholar, I feel like it's one effect, but it's big. Sage is more like, it's two effects, and they're goodish. Anyway, let's get back to this. I can talk about the kit for the rest of the stream, so. I had the perfect chance to apprehend the fugitives to complete my mission, but I couldn't. It seems you know them. The ones called Mahaud. Mahaud? And Ansel. Of course. They're my adopted children. She said that in the last cutscene. Pay attention. They were orphaned at a young age, and I took them in and raised them as my own. None of us were related by blood. We became as close a family as any. Ours was a quiet, comfortable life. But then one day, Mahaud fell sick. She had a raging fever and grew weaker every passing moment. Aetherspurn, the illness is called. I read about it. A rare disease wherein the body becomes unable to draw ether from food. There is no known cure, only palliative care. Fuck. Our troubles didn't end there. Even as we were struggling to look after Mahaud, a fell beast attacked our settlement. Ansel tried to protect his sister and was badly hurt. Chirurgeon said that he would be bedridden for the rest of his days. I didn't know what to do. Without the coin to care for them, my mind went to dark places. I began thinking of how much I might spare them the pain, spare us all. It was in that state that he found me, kindly traveler. A healer? Yes, he offered to help Mahaud and Ansel and refused what little payment I tried to give. But he also said their condition demanded special care and facilities. It would take years, many years. Desperate as I was, I accepted without hesitation, and so he left with my children. It was hard not knowing what became of them, wondering if I had made the right choice. But I clung to hope that one day we would be reunited. And we were. We were. Oh, to finally see them again is... I haven't the words for it. And it matters not that they've changed. The healer. What was his name? Gildevane, he called himself. A healer of some renown in his native Charlian, I believe. Oh. A truly touching tale. Where there is life, there is hope, would you not agree? Now then, if I'm no longer needed here, I shall return to making my rounds. Till next time, my aspiring sage. No. Why did no one pull him up? That was a very fucking weird thing to say after the name of the person who's responsible for this shit was discovered. Foldrane. I believe the danger is past, but for good measure, I will ask the Immortal Flames to keep an eye on the area. We're in your debt. Now, if you do not mind telling me, was this your first time meeting Master Foldrane? Oh, no, he's a regular of mine, introduced by an acquaintance. And when he comes, he always takes a moment to treat those who are unwell. To have so many kindly healers, Charlian must be a wonderful place indeed. And who is this acquaintance of yours, if I may ask? A merchant in Aleport. Master Foldrane buys alchemical ingredients from him. Rare items sourced directly from Thavnir. I see. Out of courtesy, what did Master Foldrane buy from you this time? Oh, out of curiosity. Oh, just the usual. A few sprigs of musk malloy. He was actually the one who told me where to get the herb. Says it's used to treat certain serious illnesses. Well, if you'll excuse me, I must be returning to my stall. I don't know when, but I know my children will return. I must work hard if I'm to give us better lives. Well then. Yeah, that's about right. Let us return to Idleshire for now. Recent events have given me much to ponder. That's very good. God damn it. I will never get tired of Disco Elysium memes. Ah! Why did that happen? Fuck. Vevern, shame though I am to admit this, I'm no longer certain of the truth. It wasn't Loifer and his accomplices who sought Musk Malloy, but Master Faldrene. No, what the fugitives want is Master Faldrene himself. Clearly they bear a grievance against him. Those despicable rumors were true, and one of ours was actually... But the Forum was adamant in their denial, and they surely wouldn't... Ah, my mind is running amok. Forgive me, but I need a moment to rein in my thoughts. Injuries 3 to 5. The child has taken a turn for the worse. Her corporeal ether wanes at an alarming rate, and she cannot keep food down, having vomited all she has been given. Though we are able to keep her with us, it is naught but a stopgap measure. I reviewed past cases and all existing literature, but found no effective treatment. Yet there must be something we could do. Something that no one has yet thought to try. Musk Malloy may be the answer. We Viera have used this medicinal herb since ancient times. Though potentially poisonous, through refinement, we should be able to suppress the adverse effects. Oh, God. Honestly, the diary here feels like a, it feels like a pretty clear, added thing to, like, give some context here, where they couldn't in the quest. Which, honestly, is smart. Like, having at least, like, a contrivance to, like, spell out something here is nice. It's better than, like, trying to cram even more into what they're already trying to cram into. Lala Jinjal wishes to review the situation as it stands. Vevern, pray forgive my earlier bewilderment. If you do not mind, I would review the situation as it stands. We have been laboring under the assumption that Loifer and his companions had come to Eorzea to further enhance themselves in the pursuit of forbidden power. To that end, did they seek to procure Musk Malloy, which they would use in conjunction with the stolen soul crystal. But it wasn't the Musk Malloy that they wanted. No, what they wanted was the man who wanted it, Master Faldrene. Using the herb as a lead, they went to the Arboretum in anticipation of their quarry's arrival. Failing to find him there, they made their way to Lost Hope. Such is my theory, at any rate. What do you make of all this? Loifer and his companions aren't criminals, they're victims. Loifer's a madman and a fool besides. No, I think they were experimented on by maybe Faldrene. We don't quite know, but it's looking likely. So you think so too? There is something else, Fevern. The rumors I mentioned, of a Sharlayan healer who conducted heinous procedures on live subjects. After sharing recent developments with Command, they reopened the investigation, and have, to our considerable shock and surprise, confirmed that there appears to be some truth to them after all. The villain went to great lengths to conceal his operation, and thus did he manage to elude the authorities for years. The man's identity is yet to be conclusively ascertained, but we have a suspect. A sage who disappeared from Sharlayan shortly before our fugitives first arrived. A sage by the name of... I don't know if you pronounce the UI as Gui or something like that. Gildevane. Yes, the same Gildevane who took Mahood and Ansel into his care, I expect. If there were victims of his experiments, then they would... Oh, if they were victims of his experiments, then they would have every reason to follow him to the ends of the world. While much of this is conjecture, it goes far towards explaining that which we know. So let us proceed under this assumption, and have the truth from the man at the heart of recent incidents. Foldrene. Now, according to the apothecary, it was a merchant in Aleport who introduced them. If we find this merchant, we may also find Foldrent, de Vilbrand. I do appreciate that this... The Reaper questline was like this too. People aren't... Like, there is like, subterfuge going on, but characters that you're, like, working with are smart enough to be like, nah, something's up, or no, this seems to be the most likely explanation. And actually have an explanation that is likely, not like, huh, oh, it couldn't be Foldrene. That doesn't make sense. He's been really cool with us. It's a breath of fresh air after the fucking Paladin questline. So this is Aleport, one of Ilbrand's foremost trading hubs. I should like to take in the sights, but that must wait. We have work to do. Oh boy. We must try to find this merchant before Foldrene does. As I recall, the man deals in Thavnerian wares. Let us begin by... Healer! Send for a healer! You're a healer? Good. We've got us some badly hurt folk just outside. Attacked by the looks of it. Can you go and tend to them? I mean, sure. Might be as whoever did this is still near, so watch yourselves. I'm gonna raise the alarm. Oh, shit. What in the world happened? We're too late to help the merchant. Fuck. But, Loifer, you can still save him. Yet our earlier speculation was simply that, speculation. We do not know for certain what he and his companions seek to accomplish. What we do know, however, is that they took a life in Sharlayan. They are murderers. No, it is not my place to pass judgment, but... They took her from me. My mother. Oh. What the fuck? He was right. I am a fool. Thought I was strong enough to keep my feelings out of it. Life had protected me. I owe him. Yes, I remember. I understand that the man who took my mother's life was not in his right mind. Forgive me my indecision, Vevern. Please render Loifer your aid. Oh. You want me to actually cast... What? Oh. Yeah, okay. I had you crazier banked up and... Yeah. Are you alright? Oh, and Ansel. Where are they? They were not here when we arrived. Only the merchant. It was too late for him, but Vevern was able to save you. Will you tell us what happened? Who was it that attacked you? Gildevane, who else? That bastard is still out there because of you. And now... So it was, as we suspected. Foldrene is Gildevane. Finally ready to accept it, are you? He can change his face and his name, but there's no changing the monster he is. Still masquerading as a kind-hearted healer, a wolf in sheep's clothing who preys upon the vulnerable for his vile experiments. So you're indeed his test subjects. I am sorry. Had I known, I... Save your apology. Won't bring Mahood and Ansel back. When we confronted Gildevain, they shielded me from his magic. He must have taken them. Couldn't do anything. For all the power and the sacrifice, I couldn't do a damn thing. Oh my god, I'm so glad I chose Vevern for this fucking quest. This is really good. What are you talking about? I was born with a disease of the lungs. As I grew, so too did it worsen, until I had but a few moons left to live. It was then that Gildevain appeared before me and my master. With the wisdom of Charlian, he could cure me, he said. Having believed for so long that I never had a chance, I wasn't sure how to feel, but my master was overjoyed. Seeing that joy, for the first time, I wanted to live. For him. For me. But we were fooled. In the guise of treatment, Gildevain subjected me to a dangerous procedure to fortify my ether. I wasn't the only one. There were others. So many others. But one after another, they disappeared until only a few of us remained. Like, I don't want to talk about, like, I don't want to sit here and talk about, like, OC headcanons and shit like that, but I will say that, like, the vague story I have for Vevern, there are a lot of parallels in this entire quest line that make it really, really resonant, so... We who survived had been more than cured. We'd been given unnatural powers. I was twice as strong as any man, and could channel magics with ease. For all the good it did, I was no match for Gildevain and his tricks. Worse still, I couldn't protect Mahood and Ansel. This life is my reward for all the suffering and sacrifice. I'd have been better off dead. Whatever life you have is still a life, and you owe it to the others to make the most of it. Mahood and Ansel still need you. You can't give up now. Oof. I'm leaning towards this one. I mean, that's like... No, I think this kind of implies the other one as well, but yeah. Help me. Please. I want to save them. Can't do it alone. I need help. So, please. God damn. And yeah, I'll talk about them later, Val. Well, I'll probably talk about them on, the 14 channel, honestly. If Gildevain went to the trouble of taking Mahood and Ansel, it can only mean one thing. It means to experiment on them again. We can't let that happen. We have to find and save them. Wait, even if we manage to ascertain Gildevain's whereabouts, the fact remains that 3 of you together couldn't overpower him. We cannot expect to fare much better. In all likelihood, he himself is also enhanced. If we were to confront him, we must have a foolproof plan. Do you not agree, Vever? Yep. Very well. For now, I ask that you return to Idleshire. I will join you after briefing the Yellow Jackets on the situation. How I really hope I don't know how the writing and stuff goes or is organized for 14. Like I just don't. But god damn it, whoever wrote the Sage and Reaper quest lines should pat themselves on the back, and I hope whoever wrote the fucking Paladin one never writes a job quest again. I am astounded at the difference between those two. And the thing is that, like, even down to Shadowbringer's Paladin, it was still god awful. And yet one expansion later, these full job quests are just like, you can turn around bad writing. Like, in fact, a lot of this game's really good moments is turning around bad writing. Like, it's not impossible, and people do enjoy it. But, like, Paladin just, like, showed none of that. So, as mean as it is, I really hope whoever was writing for the Paladin questline is actually reined in, because fuck me, that was awful. Tidings from Command, Vevern. They have confirmed that Gildevane used Musk Malloy in his procedure. Despite his attempts to destroy all evidence of his crimes, traces of the herb were found in his laboratory. Furthermore, no record exists of a healer named Foldrane. If there ever was any doubt it was a false identity, there is none now. In hindsight, we should have tried to explain everything to you, but we didn't know who to trust. Even if you had attempted to convince me, I doubt I would have listened. I saw what I wanted to see, believed what I wanted to believe. Even with the mounting evidence, I wavered over whether we should save you. My mother would have been ashamed to see what I'd become. I took up the shield because I wanted to protect all life, just as she did to her dying breath. Your mother was a warrior like you. She was a healer. The soul crystal you took, it was hers. Then the woman that day was your mother? Gildevane had already fled Charlian. We were attempting to escape when one of our comrades collapsed in pain. Someone chanced to see us, another sage at Physis Technon. Suspicious though we must have looked, she rushed to our aid without hesitation. But our companion, he flew into a frenzy and we couldn't stop him. I tried to save her. Gods know I did, but with the last of her strength, she pressed the crystal into my hand. Forgive me. There is naught to forgive. She did what she had always done, what she believed was right. If she had any regrets, it would doubtless be that she couldn't help you sooner. As for the crystal, she clearly wished for you to have it. She must have seen something in you in that moment. It's my hope that you will carry on her legacy and fight for the future of all lives. The future of all lives. I shall dedicate my efforts to locating Gildevane. Until I do, please continue practicing your skills, the better to be prepared for when we face him. So curious to do Paladin just to witness it myself. Whoever did the role quest for Endwalker was probably not the same person who did the role quest for Shadowbringers, because they aren't as good in my opinion. Wait, you mean the role quests? Oh, role quest for Endwalker. I've only done the magic DPS one. I just want to say, real quick, It is fucking wild that of the blasphemies they chose to focus on leading up to the final days actually falling, that they picked the magic DPS one. Because, oh boy, when you find out who that is... Ugh! It's fucking... Oh, God. I love the magic DPS role quest line. I fucking loved it. Yeah, it's actually really good. It felt like a good closer for Aldine too, because he has like deep ties to Ishgard. But like, who the blasphemy is just like I've watched that cutscene many times now, watching people play through it, and it's still wild to me that like this person just walking through that kind of flashes like a blasphemy for a second is like, oh, okay, that they're probably like, you know, down in their luck and stuff, and it's like, buddy, you don't know the half of it. Healer one was kind of and I saw Raven go through the tank one, and it's also kind of I'll get to those eventually. I do have a healer at 90 on Aldine. I'm gonna have a tank at 90 soon. What am I missing? Then it's ranged and melee? I'm leveling Reaper on him as well, so that'll do. Musk Malloy has arrived. As expected, it is highly effective in strengthening one's ether, but so too does it poison. You must find a way to separate its beneficial constituents, else it cannot be administered for any extended period. We administered a diluted extract of Musk Malloy after the patient fell unconscious. Though she awakened a few hours later, she was extremely agitated, and it took several people to subdue her. We can no longer dismiss the inherent risks in the treatment. We must submit to a report to the Studium on the dangers of Musk Malloy. Someone else repeats our mistakes. The pain has returned worse than before. This disease eats away at me, and I fear I do not have much time left. Yet there is still much to do, so very much. Pledge of Hope. Lala is eager to share tidings from command with you. Ah, Vevern, you'll be pleased to hear that, in response to my latest report, my supervisors have decided to spare no resources in the hunt for Gildavane. A remarkable change of policy, given how they once considered the rumors to warrant only a cursory investigation before being dismissed. But in any event, with their assistance, it is only a matter of time before we find our man. While we await developments, I ask that you continue honing your skills, the better to contend with Gildavane when the time comes. That was almost verbatim what you said at the end of the last questline. I can't stand to be idle. I will join you, if you're not averse. No, not at all. We would welcome it, in fact. Vevern can go no further with my limited knowledge. She would benefit from your guidance, and I dare say you stand to gain from the experience as well. As to how you might train, may I suggest lending a helping hand to the locals? The Dravanian hinterlands are home to many treasure hunters. Theirs is a dangerous line of work, and they often find themselves in trouble. If you speak with a representative, Midnight Dew, yes, she would be able to... Fuck. She would be able to direct you to her fellows who may require assistance. You're familiar with this Midnight Dew, yes? I am. Lead the way. I don't see enough Midnight Dew in this game. She turns up at, like, when you're walking through Idleshire for the first time, and I think she's, like... She must be connected to the Alexander quest line, because, like, I understand, like, that obviously involves, like, Idleshire and the goblins to a high degree, but I think the magic DPS one is the best one. Oh, no. Oh, God. That's gonna be a shame if true. He's with you? Oh. He's with you, I take it. Something I can help you with? Yes. Anyone need healing? Oh, you want to help us? Aye, well, it's true enough. Wanting to make quick coin, there's some bite off more than they can chew. As a matter of fact, a few hunters have yet to return, and I had a mind to go and look for them. Reckon you could take care of it in my stead? Much obliged. Some especially nasty fiends have been out and about of late, and I'm hoping our friends haven't run afoul of them. Oh, there's the rain. Friends, I say, but we're more like family. And family looks after family. Aye, that they do. Watch yourselves out there, eh? And thanks again. I don't think I ever gave her a voice, but I don't know what to... I think that by subjecting me to the procedure, Gildervain gave me the ability to wield sage magic. The power to heal and to harm. And I will pay his gift by doing just that. With his death, his victims will finally be able to move on. But those are thoughts for another day. Let us be off and see if we can't find these hunters, and any fiends that may be stalking them. What else have you got? Let me Google for that for... Fuck. Right. Yeah, I've heard some people refer to Google as Great Google Library. Yeah. That makes sense. Is that goblin named Loudjocks? That's an unfortunate name. Oh, I forgot I can mount here. This is a very unfortunate name. But yeah, also the Sage gear does look really good. I'm honestly not a fan of... I assume it's the pants. I'm really not a fan of the big, like, gap between the boots and shorts. I feel like this game does that a lot, and I don't know how I feel about it in a lot of cases. Like, sometimes it looks pretty good, but other times it's not great. Die. I have mine on, but with the collegiate skirt and 2B boots and dyed red. Look like an evil nurse. Yeah, honestly, I think it's also one of those things where I don't think this kind of design looks good on a Lalafell. Like, there's something about the proportions that I feel like just doesn't make that work. Like, maybe, like... Oh, but, see, it's a similar thing that happens with the... I think it's Heavensward Summoner artifact gear, where, like, it's clearly going for, like, a really dress motif, but then the pants are just, like, these ugly shorts with, like, a gap and then really high, like, thigh highs. But, like, but I don't know, the words I'm saying don't convey what it actually is, because I'm not sure how to describe them, but the only word I can use is fucking ugly. Like, I guess that's 2 words, but... Ugh. It's on early diagnosis. On you, sorry. Thank you. I thought I'd be able to handle the fiends. Oh, how wrong... Oh. Thank you. Thought I'd be able to handle the fiends. Oh, how wrong I was. I owe you my life. You can be sure I'll sing your praises to all who listen. Fare you well. Is that a Rogadin bell? I'm glad we could help her. Spare her family the sorrow. Come, let us continue. Yup. Terrible wound. This is no time for training. I'll take care of it. Are you alright? What? I'm alive? How? Was it you? Yes, well, you're in a bad way, and I... Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. My wife, she's with child, our firstborn. I wanted to earn as much coin as I could to provide for my family. But in my haste, I got reckless. Took on jobs that were beyond me. But thanks to you, I still have my life, and my family still have me. No more stupid risks. I won't squander the future you've given us. My thanks again, and the 12 bless you. He's got a lot to live for, doesn't he? You know, I used to dream about the future I knew I'd never see. About overcoming my illness and protecting the forest as a wood warder, as is the duty of Vieira men. I wanted to repay my people for not giving up on me, my tribe and my master. I allowed myself to hope that when I went with Gildavane, till the dream died once and for all in his laboratory. Alongside those who were sacrificed in the pursuit of his twisted ambition. For the betterment of mankind, that depraved fiend took everything from me. Since then, I have been bent upon revenge. Save that, there was no purpose for my sage's power. But since meeting you and Lala, I feel as though I'm beginning to understand why this soul crystal was given to me. The hope that all might live to know a better tomorrow. There is a warmth and comfort in that, and a purpose. I won't fall again. Not when my friends, my family, need me. Come what may, I will protect them. For that purpose, and no other. Oh, and no other will I use my power. This I swear upon the crystal. Soon we must confront Gildavane. If we're to triumph, we must trust each other with our lives. Are you prepared to trust yours to me? I'll do the best a fool can. She would never. I'm counting on you, so see to it you keep up. Well, I believe that's enough training for one day. Let's head back to Idleshire. Hopefully Lala's allies have made progress. So, now that I really think about it, there's actually a lot of parallel in structure with parts of the Paladin questline and the Sage one. But the thing is that, like... And I really need to, like, re-look into how, like, the Paladin one is written as opposed to this one. But it feels like we more naturally got here than me feeling like the writer was twisting the writing just to get to this point, if that makes sense. Man, I really should have a reread of the Paladin questline. Ah, you're both back. Good. I have news to share regarding the hunt for Gildavane. First of all, we've located the villain. With the aid of a fellow operative, we measured unusual etheric activity in a cave in the Dravanian Forelands. This is where he has made his base, and holds Mahud and Ansel. The two were alive, but more than that, we could not ascertain. Hold on, my friends. We're coming to save you. We've also learned more about Gildevane himself from an acquaintance of his in yesteryear. According to said acquaintance, after graduating from the Studium, Gildevane completed further studies in various fields, somnotics most notably. For his skill and knowledge, he was made a professor of the faculty, and it was there that he met his wife, a fellow researcher and talented sage in her own right. One day, she fell gravely ill. Healers of various persuasions attempted to treat her, but her condition deteriorated rapidly. She passed away not a week later. Gildevane was not the same man after that. Whatever tragedy is known, I can muster no sympathy for him. Nor would you fucking... God damn it. Nor would you if you had seen the madness in his eyes, heard the malice in his voice. Mark my words, it wasn't for his wife that he mourned, but the loss of a valuable resource. That is all people are to Gildevane. So it seems. And whatever reason he may have had, he cannot be permitted to continue his depraved experiments. That being said, we cannot storm his cave just yet. His knowledge of somnotics makes him a dangerous opponent, and we must amply prepared. Be amply prepared. To that end, I have been working on a countermeasure, but it will take a little longer to complete. Meanwhile, I must ask for your patience and your faith. As much as I wish to save Mahoud and Ansel, I really cannot pronounce Mahoud's name. It would be meaningless if we lost anyone in the process. So believe me. So please believe in me. Alright, I'll wait. When all is ready, we'll go and rescue Mahoud and Ansel. Maybe Mahoud? I don't know. To my shame, I collapsed while treating the child. I do not recall ever seeing my husband so distressed. Touched though I am, I'd rather that he didn't fuss over me. He knows my prognosis. As sages, it is our duty to fight for the future of all lives. Soon I will no longer be able to fight this fight, but it is my hope that someone will carry on in my stead. To that end, I, Hatia, will pour myself into this soul crystal. My love, in case this is my last chance, I want you to know that I'm glad I met you. You may be the happiest woman alive, and even should I be reborn. The rest of the page has been torn away. Fuck. Yeah, that's... I don't know why I assumed this was actually talking about, or that this was actually from Loifer's perspective. I guess because of the parallels with the disease and that. But yeah, no, that's Gildevane's wife's journal. Oh boy. Life ephemeral, path eternal. Yeah, Panahema. Her preparations complete, Lala stands ready to bring the reckoning to Gildevane. My apologies for the wait. Fuck. The countermeasure is ready. As it is quite delicate, however, I will hold on to it until the moment of reckoning. Good. Let us make for Gildevane's lair at once. Has there been any further word on Mahoud and Ansel? My fellow operative reports that your friends are still alive, and together we will ensure that they remain so. Thank you. Thank you. Though to me they are just more than just friends. They are family. Our destination lies in the northeast of the Dranian Forelands, where the Som-Al foothills meet the 100th Throws. The cave entrance is just west of the springs. Understood. I'll go on ahead to scout the area. Yeah, something in my teeth. That's probably the closest. Yeah, that's not in the cave system leading to Som-Al. Or leading to, Churning Mists. So, I think Tail Feather's like the closest. Well, it's probably a tie between both Tail Feather and Anextrine, but this will be a more direct path, I think. Lovely weather we're having. There it is. This is it, Favern. Gildevain's lair. Remember, our chief concern is Mahoden and Cell's safety. As for the countermeasure, 'tis a set of garments imbued with a special enchantment to shield you from Gildevain's influence. Should the worst come to worst, it will keep you safe, and our hopes alive. As I mentioned, they are rather delicate, but I guarantee that they will last you this one battle. When you're ready to sally forth, I will have you change into them. Made special clothes just for this? During the battle, some of your gear will be glamored, your attributes and things will be unchanged. So, are you ready, Vevern? Sure fucking am. Uh-oh. Wow, that looks dorky as hell. Mahode and Cell. No, I'm not doing excessive grunts, sorry. What have you done to them, you bastard? My, such anger. When you should instead feel joy for your friends. They have the opportunity to contribute to mankind's future. For the frailty of our flesh, so much knowledge and skill and experience forever lost. An unconscionable and unacceptable waste. A lasting solution to the problem will not come without additional sacrifice. 'Tis unavoidable. But you, my friend, you are an invaluable living specimen. I give thanks for the opportunity to study you further. Hi, newest girl. Yes, we got new chat bubbles. You monster! How many lives have been lost and torn apart at your twisted whims? You play the part of the indignant moralist well. Pity. As a fellow Charlian, I held out hope that you, at least, would come to appreciate my vision. Alas, you're as short-sighted as the rest. But no matter. You can yet serve a purpose, as a benchmark for my progress. Oh yes, all the elements are present for a test of strength. Mahode and Cell, kill these self-righteous fools. Raw. Hold on, my friends. We'll save you. Should be possible to break Gildevain's control. We just need to find an opening. As for you, I would thank you never to call me a fellow Charlian. It sickens me to think you are a compatriot. Did I just get the artifact gear early? This guy has a very up yours work moralist, we'll see who cancels who vibe. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, he literally did use the word moralist. Like, this motherfucker would listen to Emmett's Selk talk and be like, oh shit, yeah, alright, just genocide entire universes, that's fine with me. Like, that's the kind of, this is the kind of argumentation this guy is taking. It's like, if I get to live forever, well then what fucking sacrifice does it make? And then Emmett comes along like, boy, have I got a deal for you. And he eats that shit up, because that's literally the same line of reasoning. My, the animosity is fairly palpable. I had best make myself scarce. Absolutely not. I'm going to... Huh? What the fuck was that? Sage's Wisdom. Shielded from the effects of craniotomy? Fucking excuse me? Who's messing with my cranium? Damn it, they're not in their right minds. We have no choice but to subdue them. Alright. Oh, shut up. You fuck. You absolute fucking... you almost got me. Ow. Doing this again? Yep. I don't know why you crazy it there, but fuck it. Oh my god, my fucking mana. I didn't prepare for this one either. Yay! I'm very good at this game, I promise. I'll answer that in a sec, newest girl, once I do a thing. Uh-oh. I don't like the name of that spell. Ah. Oh my god. I really, really wish they would put fucking, duty NPC party members into party frames. It's really annoying to be doing a healing thing when you have to, like, manually click on everyone. Oh, I already used the... Fuck. Do that then. Maud and Cell. Forgive me. I didn't want to hurt you. Why do I get the feeling this is when we have to fight Loifer? Huh. It would seem you possess a heightened affinity for the sage's arts. That I should be blessed with such fine specimens for my research. We must see what else you can do. Yes, we must. I feel like this is where the... Yeah, here we go. Watch out! What? Now we're even. Aye. I won't fall. Not again. Through all the suffering and sacrifice, I'm still here. I'm still alive. And as long as I live, I refuse to let anyone else die on me. What say you, Mahad and Ansel? As if you needed to ask. Where you go, we follow. You know this. I believe in you too, Loifer. In you and Vevern both. Gildavane, you wanted to see what else we could do, right? And come and find out. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Do not hold back, my dear subjects, for neither shall I. For the betterment of mankind, let us transcend the limits of our flesh together. Oh my god. What? The fuck? Excuse me? No. Lol. Lamal. Oh god. Right, where am I standing? Oh god. Oh god, this P3S all over again. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? That would have been a really good place to be able to pen Heimer, but... So what do we do? Control their minds. Seems our two sages have protection, intrinsic and extrinsic respectively. Curiouser and Curiouser. What do we do? Oh, okay. Yes, it is potato time. All potato, all stream, baby. Oh, I have his wife's, soul crystal? Damn. Get fucking wrecked, nerd. Charles, you missed an entire job quest line. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Wife guy. Nope. I am in fact on the left. Got anything else up your sleeve? What peps is that? Oh, right, the shields went. Fuck. Hey, get wrecked. Still have not seen, see that enemy model anywhere else in the game. Yeah, I don't think I have either. It's just like one of my Japanese animes. When will the best friend syndrome end? That's a joke. It never ends. That's what you get for transforming into a primal bitch. Instead of thoughts, I have references. Yep. Instead of brain, there is best friend's reference. What are we waiting for? Let's kill him and have done with it. No, Ansel. It should be Leifer's decision. This power that I have, born of untold sacrifice. I swore that I would use it only to protect life, not take it. Gildervain will face justice back in his homeland, where he committed his most heinous crimes. I'm sorry, my friends. Yeah, damn right. That's what it is. I couldn't remember the exact verbiage. Yep. I remember just... I was looking through my own Twitter last night, and found it again. Lala, this crystal is your mother's, and it rightfully belongs to you. We already had this discussion, Loifer. It's already where it belongs. Through your deeds, bring honor to my mother's memory. I will strive to do the same, with my trusty sword and shield. With your blessing, I hereby take Gildavane into custody. He will be transported back to Charlian, where he will be tried by the Forum. While I tend to the necessary arrangements, you should return to Idleshire and have a rest. No, Burp. I will join you in on. This mercy is more than you deserve, but you will answer for your crimes. Every last one. When I set out from Charlian, I wanted to reclaim my mother's soul crystal. Wanted it as a memento to remember her by. But I've come to realize that there is no better way to remember her than by the legacy of her deeds in life. She was the gentlest and noblest of women. One who never flinched in the face of danger when someone else was in need of succor. And I will endeavor to do honor to that legacy by rising to the defense of those in need of protection. That includes Loifer and his friends. So in case you worry for them, don't. You should return to Idleshire as well. Gods know you deserve a rest too. Joke's on you. I'm gonna start Gunbreaker after this. Whammon. Yeah. Lala is very cute. I appreciate the asymmetrically cut dress. It's very good. I'm still fucking mad about that summoner. I will never not be mad about that summoner artifact gear. Like, it actually really bothers me, because it could have been like that, but it wasn't, because of the fucking ugly-ass pants. Neo-ish Guardian dress. We have a chance to see our mother again. We owe it to you. For revenge, we are prepared to die. Now we have a reason to live. Yes. You took your time. You took your pause. Fuck off. Let me guess. You were talking with your superiors and making arrangements to send us back to Charlian as well. What? I'm not Are you thinking of fucking Lala? Bro, I'm not Charlian at all. I just took up the new liths because they were cool. Like, you ain't got nothing to worry about. I don't have Ishgardian superiors. We had a long and difficult conversation, I must confess. Though they were pleased that Gildavane would be returning to Charlian, alive no less, they were deeply disappointed to hear that the fugitives escaped, and that despite my best efforts, I could not pick up their trail again. Though I don't exactly mistrust the Forum, I do have reason to believe that they knew more about Gildavane's activities than they let on. Perhaps they were hoping for a resolution that wouldn't see the sordid details of his experiments brought to light. But now that it's all going to be out in the open, and your innocence has been made plain, my superiors will no longer think to pursue you. You are free to begin new, which is the very least you deserve after all you have suffered. Well now. You're surprisingly reasonable for a mull-headed Charlian. I beg your pardon. Simple thank you would have sufficed. Yeah, you tell him. His mouth didn't open when he chuckled. What the fuck? I never asked for my powers, but fate has decreed that I have them. And I will use them as they were intended, and fight for the future of all lives. I'll also seek a cure for the procedure's side effects. And when I succeed, my friends will finally be able to return home, safe in the knowledge that they won't lose control again. We can't thank you enough for coming to our aid. Aye, if it weren't for you, we would have been dead or worse. We'd all but given up on ourselves and lived only for revenge. But you're giving us a second chance, and we won't waste it. We'll aid Loifer in his research, of course, and it'll be as much for his sake as ours. For all his bravado, he can't stand to be alone. What? Aye, we thought that Vieira men prefer solitude, but not our Loifer. Deep down, he's a lonely little boy. Family indeed. As a little girl, I regarded the sages of Eld with awe, and the tales all were stern, nigh mythical figures, untouchable in their virtues and ideals. But the more I think on it, the more I am convinced that these legends cannot have been so unlike us. No, they were ordinary folk who bore great love for friends and family, and that love extended to all life. Now more than ever, I see this love in my dear departed mother, and though I still have much and more to learn, ever will I endeavor to do her proud. Thank you, Vevern. I couldn't have learned these lessons or accomplished my mission without you. As our work is done, our time together is over, but I shall linger in Eorzea a while, and hope to see more of you and hear your tales. Yay! Oh, wait, I didn't get gear for that. Huh. Oh, no. That stuff is probably the level 89 artifact gear. That makes sense. And they're gone. Sage, heal thyself. Entries in another hand, 1 to 4. Gone, 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 to dusted dirt. A future cut short for no purpose but that her body failed her. But the child lives. She may still serve a purpose. I have acquired a subject with a tolerance for Musk Malloy, a Vieira who has taken the herb from childhood. Should I finally put the cavalcade of failures behind me and succeed, it would be a great step forward for all mankind. The Jinjal woman continues to sniff around, too curious by half. I shall have to find a more private place to continue my work. And if she persists, well, it will be on her own head. Who should I meet today but an adventurer who has your soul crystal? I would be lying if I were to say I wasn't disappointed that you chose a vagabond over me, but no matter. I will continue my work. And I pray, my love, that one day you will forgive the man I've had to become. I don't really like that line, to be honest. Like, I feel like just leaving him as, like, a person who probably, like... Oh, no, I guess it's just a touch there, because, like, the rest of his character kind of speaks to the fact that he's a piece of shit, but, yeah, regardless. Oh, Vevern, how fare you? Still fighting the good fight, I shouldn't doubt, and bringing succor to all those in need. How fare you of late? All is well, thanks to you and your invaluable aid. Gildavane has been sent back to Charlian, where he will be tried by the Forum. I've no doubt but that he will get his just desserts. Meanwhile, I will stay in Eorzea for a time to broaden my horizons, with a view to eventually train as a healer like my mother, and when I set out on that path, I shall have to ask you for some advice on spellcraft. As for Loifer and his fellows, they still seek a cure for the procedure's side effects. You might run into them at the hard place, when not hard at work. They sometimes take a moment there to relax and unwind. Loifer is down after a few tankards while Mahud tosses them back as if it were water. Ansel tends to lose a little too much inhibition and occasionally has to be restrained by the proprietor. In other words, they are like any other group of young folk, and it warms my heart to see this. That's cool. I don't know where the hard place is. I'm assuming that's probably in Thanalan, right? I don't think the... Because, like, I would assume it's probably a place we've been. And I'm pretty sure the one at Blackbrush isn't called the Hard Place? Yeah, that's Blackbrush Station. Is the Hard Place... The Hard Place is here. I'm gonna check up on them real quick before I move on to, Gunbreaker. I'm probably also gonna take a break, too, because I need to pee. Yes. Okay, they're not here. Yeah, so there's just a bit more of a ending to that. Unless they're down in the basement for some reason. No entry. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sure. Alright. And that was the Sage quest line. Fucking actually really, really great. I think I like the Reaper one just a bit more, because and it's kind of just a function of what the Reaper questline is about and who it's about. But I feel like there was a lot more, like, there was some interesting lore that came up. There was a really interesting, like, backstory, and, like, motivations of everyone in it. A bit more straightforward than the Sage one, which, like, had a bit more of a twist and turn to it. But, yeah, this was fucking great. Absolutely great. Not, like, phenomenal. Like, I still don't think anything's gonna touch Dark Knight. And I will admit that part of the things that I really liked about Sage was more feeling secure in picking Vevern to be the Sage of the group. But regardless, like, it's still, like, really great. Like, really good writing, really good storytelling. Yeah. Just glad we had something after fucking Paladin, because goddamn. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break here. I quite like the Reaper one. Yeah, I really like the Reaper one. Mostly because of, because of who, you're dealing with. I don't want to say too much, because I want, like, if Charles is still lurking, I want him to go through that as blind as possible. Potato good. Potato good. But yeah, there was a lot about the Reaper quest line, specifically because of who the Reapers are and how they originated, that I feel like is a very good piece of information and lore to have present. Because, Endwalker does a lot of really good stuff when it comes to nuance in Garlemald, and I feel like Reaper is, like, a really good addition to that. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be back with some Gunbreaker after this, but I need to pee first and get more water. So, I will be right back. Oh, actually. Oh my god, I've had the fucking sound down this entire time. I'm going on break.